Hi folks, my name's Graham Bird. I'm the Deputy Head of School for the School of Natural Sciences in Bangor University, but I also teach on our geography degrees. So that's what I'm here to talk to you about today. That's me on a mining truck. So I'm a geographer, I'm a physical geographer more broadly, but my particular interest and specialism is in the impact of metal mining on the environment. So that was a photo taken in Canada on fieldwork a few years ago, but today I'm speaking to you from sunny North Wales, so I'm going to try and change the background here just to get a bit of a North Wales background, and there we are. Let's try that one. Yeah, sunny North Wales. So I've taken from a couple of miles away, looking down towards Bangor and onto Anglesey. Okay, so obviously it's a very challenging time at the moment, very difficult time, but those times will pass, and it's great to see that you're still thinking about your future and going on to studying at university. So that's what we're going to talk to you a little bit today about geography. Bangor offers a range of different geography degrees. We've got our 3-year BA and BSc geography degrees, which look at sort of slightly more human focused on the BA and slightly more physically focused on the BSc. We've got our 4-year MGeog, Master of Geography degree, which you can convert onto from either of those 2 3-year programs. We've got our geography with environmental forestry and also geography with oceanography degrees as well, the latter taught by colleagues in the School of Ocean Sciences. So there's a whole range of different degrees to choose from. But I guess the thing that unifies them, if you like, is geography. And geography is the subject of our time, and it addresses so many of our global challenges, not just the one we're facing now, obviously, but things around sort of climate change, environmental pollution, population movement and migration, to name but a few. It's one that talks to this range of global issues, even just in terms of sort of climate change, from issues around how climate changes and why it changes and how we know it changes, and how that will impact upon things like population and society through adaptation, mitigation, or on the frequency and magnitude of extreme events, of geohazards. And all these things feature in our geography degrees, and allow you to explore those subjects, and also to develop the skills actually which will allow you to go on to compete for postgraduate employment successfully. And one of the great things about geography as a subject is that it produces hugely employable graduates. Geography graduates are some of the most employable graduates out there, and that's for good reason actually, because geographers are they can work with lots of types of data. They're numerate, they're literate. They have to work. They can work individually. They can work as a team. They can communicate information in lots of different ways. They can project plan, problem solve, think critically. So geographers can do it basically, and you develop all these skills through your geography degree, because you have to learn through a whole series of different environments and of doing lots of stuff. A geography degree is hugely dynamic. It's hugely exciting. So as a geographer, you would expect to be picking up the subject knowledge through a whole range of different subject modules. You'd also be looking to pick up those general but also key subject skills through practical work, through field trips as well, sort of developing, for example, things like skills in geographical information systems, GIS, to name but one. But also then picking up that subject knowledge as well, picking up those research skills, how to work with data sets and different types of data. But I mentioned fieldwork, and probably that's one of the best things about geography subject. It's, we have to get out there and see it, whether into our local Snowdonian backyard or slightly further apart. I can change the screen again. So our 2nd year field trip down to the southwest of England. This is an Archimedes screw hydro scheme in Totnes on the River Dart, and we sort of visit this as part of our southwest field trip in year 2. In this instance, looking at issues around the transition towns movements and sustainable development, and issues around sort of localism, local economies, local food networks, for example, and how localism, for example, might help us to live more sustainably, and to sort of face some of the challenges driven by a changing climate and things like this. So we're going to have a sort of UK-based second year field trip, or potentially, and I can change the screen again, we can head further afield in the third year. So this is Tenerife, Mount Tady. Everybody loves a volcano. So this is our third year Tenerife trip, which is a slightly more physically orientated trip. Or we've got our third year optional trip again to Barcelona, which is a slightly more human orientated trip, looking at, for example, around issues around culture and cultural geography. For example, the Catalan culture is very strong, and for example, how FC Barcelona plays a hugely important role in Catalan culture, and how sort of food can also play a role in that as well. So getting out there, doing lots of field work is one of the great things about the subject, one of the great things about where we are in Bangor as well. So one of the really important bits of the study of your studies and of the degree. Also scope to get professional work experience through professional placement activities, either sort of about month-long, 4-week shorter placements, or maybe a placement year if you wish as well. So that's an option that you can explore if you wish. And there's a huge amount of information on the university website about the geography degrees, about all the modules that go into them, and all the other stuff as well. It's a bit of a virtual open day experience. So I know it's very brief, but really great to talk to you. Please do get in touch with us if you've got any questions, and I hope you're sort of taking care and keeping well and keeping safe. And wish you all the very best for the future, and hope to see you in Bangor studying geography very soon. Take care now. Bye bye.